Today I'm going to show you how I took my lighting setup from looking like this, which is great, to this. Let's get into it. For a long time, I've wanted to have a really good looking YouTube setup because what I found is what's more important even than the camera that you're shooting on is your lighting. So today I'm going to walk you through my super simple YouTube lighting setup. Now, when I started looking for my YouTube setup, I went online and looked at all the YouTube lighting setups. And now there is a lot of content out there on this. I mean, a lot. But the problem that I was running into is for most of these lighting setups, for the average person, it's just not attainable. Because if you're starting brand new on YouTube, you probably don't have hundreds of dollars to drop on lighting. And for me, I was also balling on a budget, so I didn't want to spend that kind of money on my lighting setup. And the other problem was I saw a lot of these taking up a whole lot of space. Like you have these giant soft boxes, you have these giant domes that take up so much space. And I'm like, I don't have an actual room that I have designated for YouTube filming. So I need my setup to not take up that much space. And the other thing I wanted to make sure of is I wanted the lighting to be super simple to set up. Because what I found is as I'm filming YouTube videos, if it's kind of complicated to get starting with setting up and actually shooting the video, my brain does an excellent job of using that as an excuse on why I can't make a video that day. So it's super important for me to make it as simple as possible. So with those three problems in mind, that it costs too much, it takes up too much space, and it's too hard to set up, I think I found the perfect lighting setup for me right now. Now, the most important light in your lighting setup is called your key light. And basically what that is, it's just a fancy name for your main light. Now, I'm actually using a ring light that I originally bought for my wedding, and it works great. Now, I've seen a lot of people try to use a lamp or other kind of small lights for their key light. And the only problem with that is when you use a small source of light, then you get these really harsh and unflattering shadows on your face. So what the ring light does well, it's a big enough source so I get a nice looking light on my face. All right, I'm switching over to my phone so I can give you a little bit behind the scenes action. So apart from just the look that the ring light gives you, I think it also addresses my three problems. A little bit of camera reception here, but if I kind of roll my chair back, you see that the ring light right here actually doesn't take up a whole lot of space. So since I'm filming in my living room, I can actually just leave my tripod and my ring light set up in the corner. So as soon as I want to create a video, then I just go over here, turn the ring light on, turn my camera on, and then I am good to film. Now, if you end up getting this light, there are some best practices that you can use to get the most out of it. So the first thing, like I was saying before, is when you have a big source of light, then that's when you're gonna get the soft and most flattering look on your face. So what you wanna do is you wanna bring the ring light about as close as you can to your face without it actually being in frame, so you get the softest light. And next, I actually have the ring light about a 45-degree angle next to my camera, so it's not directly on. Now, what this does is it creates a little bit of shadow, so you see on the side of my face, we have just a little bit of shadow, so that creates some contrast and it makes your image a little bit more interesting. Now, I think the lighting setup works just like this, but if you add one more light, I think it really does take it to the next level. So I found this little RGB light on Amazon. Now, it is a little bit pricey for what it is, but is by far the best accent light that I found on Amazon. So what I do with this is I just throw it behind me, and what it does is kind of separates me from the background, and it gives the illusion that the lamp behind me is actually casting some light on me, which gets a little bit of contrast and again makes the image more interesting. Now I'll show you a little before and after so you can see exactly what each light does. All right, so first we have no lights, which looks incredible. Definitely looks great. And then we add the key light, which makes it look a little bit better. Turn on the lamp to add a little bit of interest to the background. And finally, for a little extra pizzazz, we throw on the RGB light in the back, which separates me from the background. Hey, if you found this helpful at all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.